blind will see, and through you the mute will sing.
Hello, I'm Rod Enos, and I'm the pastor of River of Life Church. I'd like to take just a couple minutes of your time to share with you some of the vision and direction that we feel like God is calling us at River of Life Church, both in the mission of ministering to the community and also just our vision of expanding our facilities.
Pocatello is a community on the I-15 corridor in southeast Idaho, about 175 miles north of Salt Lake City. It was established as a railroad community at the end of the 19th century and is currently home to a community that is largely affiliated with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The church is located across the street from Idaho State University, a university of around 13,000 students with close to 400 international students. At River of Life Church, we have a growing vision that we believe God has called us to do and to be in Pocatello. Our mission is to reach the people of the Portland Valley with the good news, restore them to wholeness, and release them into their God-given identity, empowering them to reproduce the life of God in others. We felt as a church leadership, the Lord directing us to keep this property as it was key to what He wanted to do through us in the city. Located across the street from Idaho State University in one of only 2 biblically based churches in the area. In many ways, it didn't seem to make sense logically, as expanding at the current location would be more expensive. However, we felt the Lord had given us this direction. We believe that eventually the Lord would release the entire block as a ministry center touching ISU and the surrounding community. Our current church facility seats about 240 people, but has severe limitations in supporting classroom space. By conducting multiple services, we would be able to accommodate close to 600 people on weekend services. Built in 1958, the church is sound, but the layout is not conducive to ministry that God has called us to. In working with an architect, we have discovered by expanding in 2 directions on the current property, we could redesign the classrooms, the kitchen, office space, nursery, and bathrooms that would greatly enhance the functionality of this building, increasing from 6 small classrooms to 10 good-sized classrooms on the main floor would greatly increase our ability to minister. Our foyer would double as a fellowship area and would be increased in size significantly. It would also allow our offices to have a proper reception area and be located together. Some of the key ministries that God has been blessing is a midweek outreach to unchurched children, having upwards of 100 children on a Wednesday night. We believe the Lord would have us touch not only these children, but their parents as well. Having the additional classroom space would greatly improve our ability to minister in this capacity. Other key ministries the Lord has been blessing are the Alpha Course, Celebrate Recovery, and Family Foundation's Ancient Paths Ministry. These are evangelistic, discipling, and emotionally healing ministries that are setting the captives free. Oftentimes our current facility limits our ability to run these ministries effectively. In July of 2001, the church purchased the apartments next to the church for future expansion of a parking lot for about $130,000. Our first step in the remodel process was to raise these apartments and put in a water retention system and a parking lot to accommodate the city's building requirements. Putting in a water retention increased the cost significantly, making it around $160,000. As of today, we are owing about $100,000 on the land and the project, but we are believing that it will be paid off soon. There is a ripe harvest field in Pocatello and the Portland Valley. We would like to invite you to be a part of our vision of reaching the city with the good news gospel. We covet your prayers and would welcome your contributions that would enable us to move forward in the vision that God has given us. To remodel our current facility would come at a cost of close to $1.2 million, but a small amount for a big God and a down payment of all that God desires to do in this area. Thank you for taking time to view this video and allow God to touch your heart with the vision that God has given us for this community.